This is not what I signed up for. I mean, this place is dirtier than the cabin in economy class I've suffered the last 3 weeks. Darn Mr. Finchcliffe fooling me to going to America. I should have settled for a domestic candidate. How foolish was I not, leaving all for this? But then again, he might have been right. Simple girl like oneself, no personal wealth, has to settle for the best she can, mustn't she? The one in Sussex had only a house that he rented. His family of some wealth, but there is no telling if he would ever be graced with any of that, is there? I have heard of many rich people keeping their money for themselves, not giving even a single penny to their kins. According to Mr. Finchcliffe, Mr. Newcomer is a home owner, quite a distance from being a renter. Even a woman unschooled in these matters would know that much. Ha! At least Mrs. Hammersmith did lesser than I. She had to go to India. That is a savage continent. Many of the Indians, I have been told, are quite dark. Frightening. Poor little girl. But then again, she wasn't as pretty as I, so some advantages one might have up one's sleeve after all.
Would you care for a cup of tea?
No, I'm fine, thank you.
How was your trip?
Oh, you have one of those. I've seen them on Carnaby Street.
It's very comfortable. And then you can slide it in a more upright position. Almost sit in it. Try it.
Looks so comfy that he has got one. Marvellous, fantasticulous, excellent, brilliant.
Make yourself comfortable. There you go. Care for a cup of tea, perhaps?
No, I'm fine.
Are you sure? It's the second time I'm asking. Are you sure you don't want something to drink? Maybe, perhaps, I know what you want.
My God, is this really what I think it is? Orange juice. Juice of oranges. Read about it in my Robinson Crusoe. Seen a picture of it. Some say they grow them on the Iberic Peninsula nowadays. I will believe it when I see it. Though Mrs. Atkinson told me that she had tasted it on her trip there last year. She was very impressed. But then again, she is a notorious liar. I don't think she ever told a word of truth in her whole life. Gossiper. If she had tasted it, it would have been something else. or some import of some kind. Unless they really grow in Spain, like they claim. Really good. I must say, by no means could I have imagined this. Fantastic. Marvellous. Brilliant. Fantasticulous. Good gracious Lord. Such sweetness. Dangerous. He must be joking.
Straight from South America.
Does he really have bananas?
No.
I'm much shorter of a travel, of course.
You know what a banana is? It's a fruit.
From there to here. Rather from there to London. Rots away, I assume. They had one in Peroxide at the Royal Museum of Natural History. Same section, or should I say, together with the primates, as their food of preference. What should I do with it? Looks too much like something unpronounceable to an honourable woman peeled like that. Good Lord, such primitivism here. People are just so savage. Maybe living so close to savages makes even men of our kind more savage too. I will have to reject this offer.
I spoke with the pastor, and he agreed to make us a great deal. So he's going to actually, do the procedure prior to Mass. It's a little bit early, but then again, we'll be done by the time the Mass starts, which is a good thing. Right, Miss Ederle?
All right.
Agreed?
Brilliant.
So we have another couple of days before we can, before I can call you my wife and you can call me your husband.
The wedding is to be held on Sunday after Mass. Mr. Newcomer. Mrs. Newcomer? So he's a Christian. Will I have to suffer the early Mass on Sunday, or will the 10 o'clock suffice for him? By the tone of his voice and his appearance, I take he's a kind man, that would not necessarily force a girl up so early on a Sunday. Mr. Finchcliffe mentioned something about a maritime interest. It appears he was right on the point. Don't like sailing very much, do I? Father used to take us girls in the summer out in the North Sea for weeks at a time. Last time I got knocked out by the boom 3 times. Almost fainted and fell overboard last time. I refused ever since. Mother wouldn't let him take me anymore. Told him he did not know how to take care of us and shouldn't be allowed to take us by any means. Father was never himself again after that. Bloody sailing. A curse on a man. A hole in the sea that you throw money into. That's what it is. Don't like sailing very much, do I? A little too many impressions. First day in the new world for a simple girl like oneself. This is not what I signed up for. Bloody Mr. Finchcliffe. He did not mention the state of the dwelling. It's filthy. It's filthier than in my aunt's house in Ipswich. Darn Mr. Finchcliffe. How could I be so stupid? To believe in a classified in the London Daily. to believe an ad in the London Daily. Yes? And the wedding is supposed to be held on Sunday. 'Cause the pastor agreed to hold it for the nominal sum of $1. Can you believe it?